Welcome to Tarot with Shannon, and in today's reading, we are going to look at what you're leaving behind in 2024 and what you're bringing with you into 2025 and the overall energies and what you can expect for 2025. Before you are two piles, and they represent two different collectives. The first collective has this card with the number 33. And we'll be using this tarot deck. And the second group, the second collective, is the number 26. And we will be using this tarot deck. Take a moment to observe the piles, see which group calls to you, which one you think has a message for you. And when you have chosen, you can head down into the description and there will be timestamps with the link so you can jump ahead of this video to your reading. All right, I will see what you're reading. Welcome, group one. This is for the collective that have chosen this card. I'm going to read from the book in a moment to give you what this card actually means. But I want to first talk about the energies I received while I was working with this card and your collective. And I asked for the, spirit team energies, whatever you want to call it, to visit me and channel through me a message that they wanted to bring to you. And what I got was a rush of people. Like rushing to get the best seats in the concert. You know what I mean? Rushing to come forward. And I heard chairs scraping. They were sitting in this chair, but there was one man in particular who really badly wanted to get your attention. And he was a man, a middle-aged man. He had a white button-down shirt, rolled up sleeves on the button-down shirt, and pants. I couldn't make out the pants, but he had dark hair, a little bit ruffled. He had a slightly disheveled look, like a man who is well dressed but has been having a long day at work, and he's already taken off the jacket and the tie, and he's unbuttoned his shirt a bit and he's rolled up the sleeves, that kind of look. That's who it was. Now, I don't know if that rings a bell or if that somebody you might know, somebody who's passed over, or somebody who just means something to you. It doesn't have to, though. It's just, this was who came forward. And this person was basically saying that you need to go straight ahead. It's like he kept going like this, straight ahead, you need to go. He basically was just stressing that you need to keep going. And it was like a frantic message he needed to get through. It's almost like you're perhaps slightly cut off from your higher self, or your life is very busy, or you're just preoccupied. You're ruminating on something, so you're not seeing the communications that are going on around you. And so what they're trying to pass forward to you is to keep going, don't give up, move straight ahead. And it was a very specific message that was what it was. Move straight ahead, and then they all disappeared. It was like they came, they said what they need to say, and they were gone. And so now I'm going to get your, we'll read the book. So this is the Lion Guide. The Lion Guide is here to help you awaken the sleeping lion that lies within you. Your inner lion is powerful, resourceful, and mighty. You really do hold the strength and courage to do whatever needs to be done. It's time to let the world hear your roar. Lion Guide is here to help you realize that you do rule your inner and outer worlds, and to energetically claim your throne as the rightful ruler of your kingdom. Once you do, you will step into your role as leader with ease. So it feels as though you're feeling a bit held back in some ways. Maybe you feel you are not moving ahead, and it's a feeling of not knowing what direction to go in. And essentially what this card is trying to say, and the message coinciding with the message I had from that man, is that it's time to focus in on that thing that you you have your heart on it. Because I almost said follow your heart when I was reading that book. You need to follow your heart here. You need to move straight ahead with something and stop overthinking it. There's a frantic, it's like there's a hurry here. It's like there's something coming very soon and you don't want to miss it, is what I'm getting. It's like you don't want to miss this opportunity. You don't want to miss something. And the opportunity isn't necessarily like someone's going to call you up and give you a job kind of thing. Could be, but the opportunity could just mean that everything is in alignment right now. It's like the perfect time right now, because a lot of the things that we want to achieve in life, it really comes down to timing. It comes down to what's that saying where it says success is when luck meets preparation. So it's essentially luck is just the right time. You're in the right time at the right place. And basically what there's like, this is that time, this is that place. And so your guides were just really, really trying hard to get that message through. And I think it's been hard for them to communicate with you. So try to sit in meditation more, whatever you prefer as a choice of meditation. That could be taking a walk by the sea or whatever, or it could just be sitting in meditation. You don't have to say and do hour-long meditations. You could just do 5 minutes, but just taking time for yourself to really we used to call it defragging, like defragging a computer. And it's like you need to do that on your brain. A lot of information going through there, and it's time to kind of settle things a little. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for you now. We're going to look at what you're leaving behind in 2024 and the lessons you've learned, and then moving ahead, actions you should take. So I'm going to deal out your cards. This card tells a lot. Okay. Ooh, on the back, we have the moon. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I'm going to give you a second to look at this table. And I want you to see the absolute beautiful synchronicity that is in these cards, right? There's actually 2 of them, but unless you know tarot, you won't know the second one. But if you don't know tarot, just take a look at the table. And what do you notice? I put this on the table. It's a spiral rock. And look at the spiral in her mind. The spiral staircase. This is powerful. This is powerful. I didn't even like think about it. It was just I like the spiral. The Fibonacci spiral has really been something that has shown up a lot for me lately, and it's showing up here in this reading for you. And it's right here with your guidance. This is like your North Star. This is the direction you needing to forward. And this is that great idea you have in your mind. Deep in your mind, there's an epiphany waiting to emerge. And I think you've already had it. You just don't know how to do it. And so this is the spiral. It's just like, when you think of a spiral, sometimes we spiral around something and we think that we're not going anywhere. We think we're stuck, but we could be spiraling up or spiraling down, right? And so you have been making movement. You have been progressing. You may not see it yet, though. So we have 4 of Swords here. Dreams are really important for you right now. That's important, but you really need to rest and heal your heart. With the moon on the back, that was telling me that you perhaps are a little disillusioned about something. There's something that maybe didn't work out the way you thought it would, or you have a lot of deep fears about something. But with the 8 of Cups here in your subconscious, this is telling me that you're leaving something behind, something you thought that you really wanted. Back here in the 9 of Pentacles, in their past, this is the energy you're leaving behind. So this is the 9 of Pentacles. And it's like you had a job that was supporting you, or there was something that was supporting you. But that's something you created yourself. 9 of Pentacles is when you are like basking in your wealth and your accomplishments, essentially. And so this is something that you achieved, but maybe it didn't fulfill you the way you thought it did. And so with the Fool, as something you learned from the past, you really did learn to take a chance, like take a risk, just jump in with 2 feet forward, because there was something you did in the past and it really worked out for you. And perhaps now it's just with your subconscious, it's just not something you really feel it anymore. It's like you don't feel it anymore. You don't want it anymore. You're feeling burnt out at the moment. Four of Swords is kind of that, it's that card when we've been through a lot and now we're just having our respite and we're relaxing. And as this is a reading of going from 2024 to 2025, that means today is the solstice. This is the beginning of winter. This is the beginning of the new year. And so this is the time now to rest. This is the time to take stock and to think about where you've been and where you want to move forward. And your subconscious is very much on that. And it's ready to walk away from something. And with the Empress here, this is the action you need to make moving forward. It's really about following that inner intuition and allowing yourself to be the goddess you are. And this is not gendered, okay? By goddess, I mean, if you think of how a goddess is represented here on Earth, you think of Mother Nature, essentially that. So a goddess would be Mother Nature and all of her bounty and her beauty and her abundance and how she provides, and everything you have and everything you need is here right on Earth. It's there. And so the Empress is just, she's giving birth. She's life. Okay. This is about you really seizing your life moving forward here. This is about you stepping into your powerful godlike self, goddess self. This is what you working with goddesses too. But with the Empress, which is Mother Nature, I see 2 squirrels in my yard right now. This is about you really working hard towards, or not working hard. That's not what I mean. This is about you being open to receiving. This is what it is. Not working hard. I think you're done with working hard. This is working towards being more open and accepting of who you are, your abundance, your bounty, your beautiful self within. And I see also too with the Empress is really a lot about self-care. So this is taking care of your beautiful body. This is taking care of your beautiful mind. This is taking care of your beautiful self. This is about you, working on your hygiene and your beauty rituals, on your, beauty rituals. This isn't just about women. It's also about men. We groom and we do different things to make ourselves look better, her hair, whatever it is. And I see you really looking into that in the next, in 2025, but I also see you having a glow up here in 2025, where if the Empress, like we have Queen of Wands here as your outcome. So the second thing that you must have noticed, if you knew, we talked about the card talked about being a leader. Here's the outcome of you, Queen of Wands, which is a leader. She's the queen. She sits upon her throne of fabulousness. She's the fab queen. Like she's all about enjoying life for everything. The Queen of Wands to me and the Empress really go hand in hand. They're both passionate and loving and psychic. So, the Queen of Cups really gets that kind of, motherly, nurturing, psychic vibe, and she is. But the Queen of Wands very much is. She's always with a black cat, which is witchy. And she is represented by fire, and fire is passion, and its passion is fueled from source, right? So from whatever you perceive God or source to be, then that's sort of the thing. You're inspired, right? So this is a very inspired leader. She just is who she is, and she's not afraid to be who she is. And that's the advice here. Don't be afraid of who you are. Like, take care of your sit on your damn throne and put on your crown and wear it with pride, because you have really good ideas. You have a brilliant mind. And that's up here with this spiral. It's like you have a brilliant mind. You have a brilliant idea. There's somewhere you're wanting to go. And this entire reading is encouraging you. And that's why I had all the chairs squeaking and them like rustling and like, please, please, please talk to me. Talk to me. It's because you are in a position right now to really manifest abundance, like a real abundance here. And I don't think you have a problem doing that. And I feel as though you've been abundant. We have Nine of Pentacles in the back, in the past, I mean. So it could also be that in the past, your energy has been towards seeking that kind of wealth, being self-sufficient. And you've been self-sufficient for quite some time. And I see that you now need to step up. This is a glow up. This is you taking it up a notch. And don't be afraid to do that. Very much so. What this reading is. So let's take a look at some oracle cards here. I'm using all the Moonology decks. They just wanted to come out. There we go. We're going to have those. There's 3 of them. Okay. And the first one. All right, we have 2. A time to give rather than take, and balance spirituality with practicality. So yeah, that's basically what I opened the reading with when I told you with the 4 of Swords that you needed to meditate a bit more. There was a franticness about your guides because they feel like they can't really reach you or something. And it has a lot to do with the fact that you are kind of busying in yourself. And it's time to kind of sit down for a little while, put your feet up and do some meditation and try to tap into your guides. Try to talk to them. They want to talk to you. And you can talk to them anytime you want. Queen of Wands especially, there's witchy vibes here. So some of you might relate to that, but there's a call for you to work more with goddess energy, 100% in this reading. And I think you're going to be compelled to do that in 2025. And I feel that goddess energy is what's really going to propel you forward. And you're going to glow. Okay. We have Night Moon Shadow Work. That was with the moon on the back when I was shuffling your cards. I do see that there is some things you need to release, especially going forward into the new year. It would be a good idea to, this is the next card, do nothing. Void moon, and see she's sitting in meditation. This is a good time to really and truly just do nothing. Like sit in meditation and do nothing and allow whatever wants to come forward. Because there's something that really wants to something wants to come through. You kind of already know what it is. And it'll just come through an inspired thought. Like you'll be in meditation and just suddenly everything will become crystal clear. Okay. Let's do one more deck. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. This has been one hell of a very clear, concise message reading. It's like it really wants you to step into the queen energy, goddess energy. You're kind of meant to stand out. You're meant to rule, so to speak. I don't necessarily mean ruling like a king or a queen, yes, but metaphorically speaking, is rule your kingdom, queendom. Like just step forth into, like I said, put your crown on. Step into your role. Step on your path. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Oh God, the ship horns just went off in the distance. That means there's fog. The fog will clear when you finally rest. You need rest. Okay, last card. New moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. Well, that's just it, isn't it? And you are kind of open up to change. You've learned that here with the Fool. The Fool isn't afraid of anything. You're fearless. I get that about you. You're fearless, but something is holding you back. And whatever this is, not necessarily holding you back, but it's more like you're ready to move on, but you're burnout, you're tired, and you need this time to recuperate. And you need this time to really tap into your higher self and to your spiritual team through meditation. Meditation is really important for all of us. And I hear people poo-pooing it a lot. I have to sit in meditation. We don't need to do that. You absolutely 100% do. You need rest your mind during the day. And part of that meditation could just be turning off your phone, stop doom scrolling, stop looking at the news and TikTok and all this noise. Shut the noise off. It would be the first thing to do. And just kind of be. All you need to do is just shut off the noise and be. And if that's hard to do for a lot of us, we feel like, especially if you have ADHD, you feel like you always have to be doing something and on the go all the time. But the way to combat that is to simply just be. Walk in nature. Take a walk instead of looking at your phone. If you feel the urge to pick up TikTok and doom scroll or Instagram or whatever social media app you use, just put it away. Maybe just disable it from your phone right now, like uninstall it from your phone and put it back a little bit later. But whatever you need to do, just turn them off. Now's the time to kind of tune out and tune in to you. Tune out the world, tune into you. And work on the things that are holding you back. Any kind of fears you might be having. This is what I'm talking about is from going from 2024 into 2025. So we're in the solstice season. In this beginning of the solstice season, it's a very good time to go within. It's a very good time to kind of think about what it is we want to bring in 2025. And this message is very clear here that there is something that you need to do. And you are meant to lead. You are meant to shine. You are meant to stand out. And take it. Take your crown. Take your throne. All right? I am so glad you showed up here. Please do subscribe to this channel because I have a lot of these different kinds of readings where I really like to guide people to live to their highest truth, the highest selves. And I also do Phoenix Rising transmission kind of messages that are channeled through for a very specific collective. And it might be this collective. So go check it out. If it resonates, if it rings true, then it's for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'll be putting out more of those readings. So do check that out. And I'd just love to have you back anyway. Comment, like, share. It all supports me as a creator. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hello, group 2. This is for those of you who have chosen this card, number 26. So I'm going to read from the book this card so that you can see how it fits for you. But I want to talk about the message that came through for me when I was meditating on this collective. And I asked that whoever would be watching this collective, or the collective that would be watching this video, if the, spirit team, guides, whatever you want to call it, would step forward so that I could have a message to bring to you. And they didn't say anything. So a lot different than the first group. This one was quiet, ethereal. They were just kind of there, powerful energies, but very quiet and there. Almost angelic, almost like, I don't know how to describe it. Just powerful, quiet, stoic beings. And what I get is they communicate more through nature and telepathically. So their message to you was very much come to us, like go to us. So if you've been feeling called to go into nature, that's them. And you really communicate through nature, trees, water, birds, everything, all of it. You are the collective who's got powerful beings and they work through nature. And they communicate through nature. And also just through your feelings. Like they're very, I don't know how to describe it. They're ethereal. They're powerful beings that work with you. So, you have a much more evolved spirit guides. That's how I'm going to put it. Okay. So we are going to, I'm going to read from that. But it's funny because I bought this deck a while ago. I think it's perfect for this collective. It's the tarot landscape, so it's all nature. All right, so let's read 26. Elemental. Elemental. The elemental energy is calling you to connect to the mighty and loving force of the planet. Try gardening, get a house plant, go for a hike, or sit on the grass in the park. Open yourself to the energy of Earth in every activity you do. Feel the pulse of life in the planet and the plants. Embrace the magic of creation and play within the beauty and bounty that Mother Earth provides. Give your gratitude and prayer to all that you eat. Create an intimate connection with Gaia. Heals the earth, opens to you new levels of energy, connection, and communication in a very powerful way. So very much this is like, these are your guides, okay? And floaty, kind of ethereal, like guides. Elementals. So you work with elementals, if that resonates with you. Okay, so we're gonna deal out the cards now, and then we're gonna take a look at what you're leaving behind in 2024 and what you're bringing in 2025. Okay. King of Swords, the Hermit, Nine of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Five of Cups. Okay. The High Priestess on the back. I very much get the sense in this group that your guides work with you for a very specific reason. And that's because you're kind of like them. Very introverted, quiet. And now, it doesn't mean you're always that way. You could be, a talkative person. But I get the sense that when you do speak, it's with purpose. And you've come a long way. We have the Hermit, which is 9 in your past. And what the lessons that you've learned, 9 of Cups, 2 9s in your past. You're closing out a cycle of your life. And you've been in hermit mode for some time now, really working on introspection and healing old wounds and working to go after what it is that you really want. You have a dream that you're pursuing. There's a vision. You have a vision. I wouldn't say dream, a vision. Vision is more like it. We have King of Swords here. And if you see, it's like this bird. It's like an eagle or something standing up on this cliff looking down. So he's surveying the land, and he has a very high perspective. And they're patient. They wait until they see what they need to go after. And that's you right now. Because you've spent so much time in introspection and basically withdrawing yourself from the world so that you could really, work on yourself and bring forth, this vision that you have. It's become a lot more clear. So you have a very clear vision of where you're going here. And with the Queen of Cups in your subconscious, that's telling me that you become a lot more psychic. You are very tapped in to very deep, deep, deep emotions now. And you're not threatened by them. You're very much working at a higher plane now. And that's why those guides came through. You are working at a much higher plane because you have worked so hard to find this equilibrium, this balance. And you've completed this cycle in your life, and you're ready to start a new cycle. And a new cycle is coming. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune, the spiral. Now, I don't know if any of you watched group 1, but this is the same in both groups. The spiral has been something that has come into my space a lot lately. It's the Fibonacci spiral especially. And it's the idea of that everything's perfect just as it is, that there's there, you can spiral. You may not think you're going anywhere because you're spiraling around, but you're actually spiraling up, or you're like spiraling down. There is movement. There is things happening. Even though you've been quiet for some time, contemplating, your luck is about to change. So the Wheel of Fortune is, rotating in your favor. Now you're spiraling back up again. So expect that 2025 is going to be a good luck year for you. And you're ending old cycles that no longer serve you. You're clearing them out. You're making way for new things coming into your life. And that has come from you working very deeply on old wounds, old hurts. We have 5 of Cups up in as your guidance. So that's your guiding light, so to speak. So this 5 of Cups, there's like a mouse and a well. There's just nothing, there's no loss anymore. You can see there's nothing spilled in this image. It's just, there's a well there though. And it's like there's a well of information. There's a depth to your sadness in whatever you've been feeling. And maybe that's why you had to go into hermit mode for a while, because you just needed to deal with the sadness of something in your life, some kind of a loss. But it's almost like the losses are your guides. The sadness is your guides, because you had an epiphany, I think, a while ago. That's what the King of Swords here is telling me, that you can kind of see clearer now, because you've worked so hard on your mental and emotional well-being that you very much tapped into these higher spiritual planes and these higher knowing that has enabled you to see just how all of the pain from the past and everything that you've been through, how it all had a purpose, that there's a purpose in it, and you're aware of it now. And that's why it's in your guiding light here. It's in where your guidance is. It's the place to follow. It's just to remember, if you're ever feeling these feelings again, that loss that you felt or you've dealt with in your past is taking you where you're going. It's like there's a whole new path. There's a whole new world waiting for you. So the washing machine ding just came, a little happy song right when I said that. So yeah, it's agreeing with me. You're gonna have a really different kind of a year where it's gonna be powerful change for you next year. Very powerful change, a brand new cycle. And you've probably been seeing a lot of 9s and 10s, 10s a lot lately. But this reading is really focusing in on just you knowing and working on mastering your heart over your mind. We have the King of Cups here. So you have Queen of Cups in your subconscious. So that's telling me that you are getting control of these turbulent emotions, and you are starting to use them to channel, to funnel through messages. So you get them through nature, through the elements, right? You can really work with the elements. You can. And especially water. So this is you like harnessing that and becoming way more psychic and rising above all of those emotions that might have held you back before, with King of Cups moving forward. This is about you leading from the heart always, and knowing, trusting yourself, and trusting that, you're mastering your mastery. King of Cups is mastering that suite. So he's the realized potential of the cups. The cups is your emotions and how, and your psychic abilities as well, and how it's mind, heart kind of working together. And that's the thing. You have your mind and your heart. They're working together. This is so great. And so that's to keep it going, The King of Cups here moving forward, of the octopus. It's knowing that there's so many ways that you can reach your potential. You can fulfill your dreams, that it's unfolding in front of you. It's like magic. It just works like magic for you. And you'll see that now. You're going to start to see things changing in your life that is going to blow your mind. I have a feeling 2025 is going to blow your mind. All right. So let's get some get some oracle cards. I'm using all of the Moonology decks today. I'm recording this on the solstice, the winter solstice. So Happy New Year, if this is how you celebrate your New Year. And welcome to winter. This is it's interesting. You've kind of been in winter for a while with the hermit. So the winter's a time to go into hermit mode, but this is kind of different for you. This is the time where you're really going to be taking advantage of your new higher perspective. So I'll take 2 of each because I had 2 for the first pile. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. I feel like you are finding the answers now because you are really tuned into your higher self. And going forward is with the King of Cups, this is to continue that work. To really tap into the depth of your emotions. And it's like your emotions and water are tied. You might have Cancer actually as your moon, or your sun sign. Even a water sign is your sun sign, or your moon sign, or your rising, one of the 3, or all 3. But you really do have a connection to water and the depths of water, and because it's the oasis here in the desert. In the past, what you've learned, lessons you've learned, it's about you really connect with water. Water's a powerful conductor for you, for your psychic abilities, and this is to really master those. So the King of Cups here is mastering that, mastering your emotions. Finally, for this Moonology deck, show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So I think you're ready to come out of hiding. You're ready to, you're ready for this. You're ready for this new cycle. You've been ready for a while, and now it's time. It's time for you to really have these epiphanies, and big epiphanies, and you stepping into your true self, your true authentic self. Okay. Blood Moon Courage. So if you see, she is like standing in the desert, real desert theme here. I think you feel like with the 5 of Cups, it's a feeling of like loss and sadness, and maybe because you've also been in hermit mode so long, maybe you're feeling a little bit intimidated about stepping out into the world, but this is very much encouraging you to. And because know that you're really protected, and especially through water. Water is important. And just don't be afraid of the big things that are going to change in your life. Because I have a feeling that this time next year, if you come back to this reading, if you bookmark it and you come back to this reading, your life is going to be completely different in so many ways. And this is like, it's time to step out from hermit mode and to really embrace the fates, what the fates have in store, because you're about to have a winning streak here. Okay. Changes. Quicksilver Moon. You're going to be really beautiful too. You probably already are, but I get the sense from that card that you're not just changing how you've been changing your looks. I do get the sense that some of you are really going to change your looks next year in however you do that. But I also feel like a lot of you've been working on your bodies too. And I think here too, with these cards, like the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, this is, releasing those trapped emotions in our bodies. So you're been moving, I think, or you will be. and you're going to get stronger physically. You're going to look damn good is what I'm going to say. That's what I feel like. You're going to look so good next year. And I think that's because you have been working really, really hard on releasing all of that inner pain and trauma. And that oftentimes you can't just do that mentally. You have to do it physically too. It comes from doing a lot of physical, weights and lifting and running and whatever it is you have to do to move your body to strengthen the muscles. That also helps push out the pain and the sadness and whatever you clogged emotions we have to help you break free. All right. Last deck that we're going to use here, we have Full Moon in Pisces, Forgive. So I feel, with this card, again, that's that moon vibe, that Cancer, Pisces, watery vibe. That forgiveness, I think, here is very general for you. As in, there are things that maybe you have done or others have done, but I feel like you've been working through that. Of forgiving the past, like you've probably just had that recent epiphany, and now you're just going to be working through letting it go. I get a sense of real life letting things go here. And finally, Attuned to the Divine, New Moon in Pisces, another water card. And like, it's a beautiful one too. This card is gorgeous. You're just so much more psychic now. You are highly attuned to the divine. They work with you like directly, and through water, as I said, and the earth. And you're going to feel it too. If you stand by an ocean, or you'll just like feel this powerful energy in your heart, and that's them. Anytime you feel overcome in nature, that's them. They're talking to you. It's important that you work with nature, you work with the elements. I got elemental witch in my head. I mean, you might not resonate with that, but regardless, working with elements, like water, definitely water. You might be somebody who enjoys the rain too, because you get to be inside, but this is encouraging you to go outside in the rain. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful 2025. Please do come back. I'd love to know if this is true, and if you are, you're completely different by the end of the next year. I want to know this. You're stepping into a big time of your life here. So I'm proud of you for the work that you've done. You've been working hard on yourself and improving yourself. It cannot have been easy. You've come a long way. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, you're about to reap the rewards of life is moving into your favor now, okay? You're on your lucky streak. What they call lucky girl syndrome, that's you. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe to my channel. Like I said, love to have you back. If you can, it helps me as a creator to share the video so that it can get seen by the algorithm. That would be nice. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining me. Bye now.